trigger warning. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. I don't give a fuck about them files. I don't give a fuck about the list. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. My concern are those of you who are taking in all of this information, all this data, and you are not protecting yourselves. Because what's going to happen, or what is happening, you're either taking in that information from the victim, prey, vortex, or the hunter-predator vortex. And you're constantly absorbing. And it's feeding either the victim and prey, or the predator and the hunter. Ain't no in between. If you are not trained and initiated in the art of spiritual fucking warfare when it comes to certain types of entities, you are setting yourself up for failure. You are setting yourself up to become the very thing you hate and or you think that you're fighting for. And you're going to continue attracting that shit into your orbit. It's going to be all in your feed, all in your dome space, all in your dreams. So you'll start projecting that shit onto innocent, neutral beings and circumstances. You start seeing the boogeyman when it's just a tree. Minding his business, swaying in the wind. It's no different for people who do domestic violence work. Next thing you know, they become the abuser or the abused. Or reproductive justice. You're supposed to be there as support. Now you've taken on the energy of the entity moving in and out of that they, them, so on and so forth. You're no longer an individual. You are now a host for the Legion. Right? So again, I don't give a fuck about the list. There's always a fucking list. There's always been a fucking list, whether it's your school, whether it's your church, whether it's the hospitals, big pharma, whether it's real estate, whether it's your sorors, your frats, Eastern Stars, the Mason. It's always a motherfucking list, baby. When it comes to the recovery of those who have been affected. That's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to talk about. And when you or y'all are ready to talk about that shit, the other side, revoking your energy and access to those entities from those vessels that are hosting those entities, let's talk numbers. Let's talk numbers. We can get into some spiritual gangster shit when it comes to that. When you want to talk about closing and sealing your aura so that you're not constantly emitting and transmitting a signal to the first individual that attacked your body, that allowed themselves to be a host, whether consciously or unconsciously, predator or prey. Let's talk about it. Because right now, these motherfuckers finna tear each other apart, pointing the finger at this, then the third. East Coast, West Coast, red, blue, Republican, Democrat. I want to talk to them. They're in the middle of emotion. They just, no, ain't nothing getting done. They gonna tear each other apart. That ain't my ministry. I've been there about the t-shirt, own the factory at this point. But this ain't a conversation for victims. Those who are reformed victims, those who are reformed predators who have done the work to exorcise those demons, those entities. Yeah, that's who I want to talk to. That's what I've been doing the work for 39 years. So, fuck them files. Fuck that list. Let's get into some spiritual gangster shit. That's what I reincarnated for. How about you?